Shoo, man, he lets us in on deep, deep, deep stuff in his brain. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Rosalie. Welcome back to the Ultimate World Music Reaction Channel. Guess what I will be doing today? I'm going to be checking out another NF video. Yup. I started the journey, and this coffee was hot just a few minutes ago. I love me some hot coffee. I started the NF journey recently and loved it. I was a hot mess, and you're going to have to check out that video if you're interested. Wait a minute. Where do they show up? But I'm going to be checking out more. I started this journey. I can't stop now. It's intense and it's beautiful. And you guys have been responding and giving me awesome feedback. And I will be diving into NF Intro 3 today. You've been asking for it, and I'm curious to see what it's about. I'm trying to make these videos better and better, refining my skill, you guys. And I just wanted to say thank you so much to all of you who've been so supportive, who've been so sweet, who've been patient, even when the audio isn't always awesome. I'm working on refining it. I hope it's going to be better today. So let me know in the comments below what it's like. But I'm just thankful that you guys are here. And I'm trying to mentally prepare for this NF video because I have no idea what's going to happen or what I'm getting myself into. Today's shout out. Let's see. Who are we going to give a shout out to today? Bear with me. Y'all are so cool. All your comments, you guys are cool people. I'm trying to calm down. I love me some essential oils. I've been getting more interested in them thanks to my older sister. And this one's called Peace and Calming. And it's so good. I really, really love it. And I'm trying to prepare myself over here to mentally be ready for this intense video. This last video I put out was for his song Mansion, and it blew up. There's like over 10K views right now. It's crazy. Today's shout out goes to Live Free Entertainment, Darth Ravager 928 Gaming, Ian Haymans, Cody Hall suggested intro 3. Shout out to you. Jennifer Oakley and Troy Brown. How Could You Leave Us is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. All right, you guys, just a couple of shout-outs. I know there's so many more, but I can't give a shout-out to everybody. Otherwise, this video would either be super long or it'll just all be shout-outs. And you'll be like, oh, yay, I saw my name, but where's the reaction? So let's dive right in, guys. Again, I'm hoping this video is going to be awesome. The audio is going to be good. I'm trying to figure out a system that works. But we will be checking out, diving right in, hopefully with as little editing as necessary, into NF's song Intro 3. Now, what do we know about Nathan NF? His name is Nathan Feuerstein, however you guys say that over here. Feuerstein is a German name. Side note, Firestone is what that means. Kind of cool, because he's kind of like fire and a stone. I mean, in the sense of like fiery and powerful, and like a rock is something solid, something you can throw at people when you're trying to get their attention. No, I'm just kidding. Don't throw rocks. But just like really powerful. I feel like the name's fitting. But he goes by NF, has that cool little with his initials, that's his brand, and he just blew up. He's been putting out music since, what, 2012? I read. Then that Mansion album, big label work came out, what was it, 2015? And he's been putting out all this different work. This song, NF Intro 3, the audio we're going to be checking out in a second, came out back in 2017, has over 31 million views. He's just blown up. He's just loved by many, over 8.5 million subscribers. You guys clearly love him. And I am learning. So, welcome to my channel, guys. I'm happy that you're here. Remember to like, share, subscribe. This is a world music channel, so I love not to be boxed in. You'll find rap music, rock music, Arabic music, African music, music from Russia and all over the world. I just love exploring different artists. What we do here is it's a community. That's what I want it to be, where you can comment, where you can share your hurt, your joy, your tears, your frustrations. I'm a singer-songwriter myself. I've released some music. I have a master's in counseling psychology, not a psychologist, but I've worked as a therapist working towards my licensing. I worked as a teacher. I just love encouraging, inspiring others, and music is one of my biggest passions. So what better way than just to jam out to music, take it apart musically, psychologically, philosophically, talk about what it means to me, give you a platform to share what it means to you. Just a community, kind of like if we're driving in the car, chilling, listening to music, enjoying it, and being on this road of life. But just really enjoying music. You know what I mean? Like that friend you can be in the car with, and sometimes you're quiet together. Sometimes you talk and have these deep arguments and debates. And sometimes it's just like, being mind blown by what's out there and these artists and how they speak to you, because everyone hears something different. What it means to you might not be the same for me or vice versa, but we can inspire each other, and that's just so cool all around the world. Like, even though we're in different time zones and different countries. So welcome, subscribe, join the community. Welcome to all of you who are part of this. Welcome to the ride. So shout out to all my ride or dies out there. I'm so happy that you're here, you guys. Let's check out NF Intro 3. Here we go. I'm excited. I'm nervous and I'm excited. Let's see how this all goes in post-edit later. Okay, I'm a little crazy.
What, are you scared of me? It's embarrassing. If it wasn't for me, you would've never wrote therapy. I've been here for you, but how come you're never there for me? It's a little bit twisted, but I miss when you and I had scary dreams. I don't really want to talk about it. Well, it's too bad now, Nate, shut up. Now, where were we? Oh, back in the day when you and I had it all mapped out in the basement, crying in your room like a baby. I wish Mom was here, we all do, so we wouldn't have to hear about it every single record. You don't really want to change me? Yeah, I'm the one that made this happen. Do you really want to get rid of your main attraction? Let's pack our bags and go back to Gladwin now. Yeah, it's time for the third record, and you know I got the content. I don't want to make you nervous, but it ain't like it used to be. We got a lot of people watching. You told me that you don't want me in your life. That's pretty hard to digest. And I told you I'd leave when we die. And we ain't died yet. Therapy session was beautiful, Nate, but I'm wondering what's coming next. Yeah, get that stupid head off of your head when I'm talking to you. You hear what I said? You don't like the prison I built you. Yeah, you wanna know what the funny thing is? You keep on talking to me like a stranger, but we've been together since you were a kid. Yeah, took you from a no name, told you everything was okay. Now you trying to cut me out of it like I ain't never been a part of it. I ain't the heart of it, I made this whole thing. Yeah, put us on the dope stage. You must have no brain. What's the point of having guns if you can't aim? What's the point of having blood with no veins? What's the point of having love with no pain? What I'm saying is me without you doesn't make any sense. I know I'm intent to controlling, but you need to learn how to cope with it. That's just the way that it is. You didn't want me to live in your house, you shouldn't have let me move in. It's comfortable here and I like it. I got my own room and everything. It don't get better than this. Say you wanna own your life and wake up and take your own advice. She's just mad cause you know I'm right. Yeah, I'm flattered you put me in mansion, but you should've told him right. Put your hands on the coldest nights. You didn't tell him about the times you and I used to hold the mic. I mean, what are you out of your mind? Guess both of us will be. Come on, let's go outside. Is this what you wanted? Both of us out in the open.
Ooh, crap. I'm gonna have to edit some of this so you don't see me crying for that long. Oh man, screw you guys. Sorry, I love you guys. Oh man, I can't deal. This is hard. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin, y'all. We're gonna dive into the lyrics later. See, maybe now some of y'all understand why I labeled that other video reaction video trigger warning. A couple of people got mad because they didn't understand what I meant. I was called a snowflake. Estás loco en tu cabeza. Ah man, nothing. The opposite of a snowflake. What's like the opposite of a snowflake? I don't know. Shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Anyways, trigger in the sense of triggers. Therapy, dude. So it sounds to me like his fear's talking. I'm sorry, y'all. I think the audio will be different there for a couple of minutes. Still trying to figure it out, but I don't want to scrap this take because if I do it again, I don't feel like it's going to be authentic, and I don't want to just sit there and be like, oh, you know, and just not, be 100% real. That hit hard, guys. I'll have to look at the lyrics later in a bit and figure out, all that he's saying, what we can do there. But to me, it sounds a bit like fear's talking to him on one hand. At the same time, it could sound like he's talking to himself, like an older version, because he's talking about the past and how he had released Mansion and those things that happened before. So almost like the current self talking to the past self, or fear talking to himself, because he was talking about, at least you gave me a room in the mansion. And in the mansion, he's talking about fear being in the house, in the mansion, in his mind, and having a room, having gotten comfortable. So there's a couple of different ways I would interpret that. Let me know in the comments below what that means to you. It's heavy, guys. It's heavy. Is some of it is really triggering and personal, you know, just even the way that he raps, I love it. It's so beautiful, so melodic, so just artistic to me. It's not just bland, it's really good rapping. But the fact that he can do all that by delivering a powerful message just every single time, from what I've heard so far, without cussing, without any profanity, without lowering himself to talking about crap and empty garbage, but with such intensity and just quality and just meaningful stuff is just really profound. But just the way that he's rapping and that anger and just the aggression and just this feeling of like wipe the idea of being told to wipe something off your face and changing a certain way about yourself. Yeah, some of that's hitting home. All right, let's keep going.
Are you out of your mind? Yes, both of us will be. Come on, let's go outside. Is this what you wanted? Both of us out in the open, let's do it then. I mean, why are you doing this? I know that you're mad, but I'm not in the mood for this. We gotta work at the trial. So why you acting like I'm not a part of it? Where's my shovel at? Probably out back where it always is. You can't get rid of all of me. I'm the reason why. Shut up, I don't wanna hear another sentence. Hey, I'm in that. Is it me or the fear talking? What a dumb question. Yes, real music to the day we die, right? Yeah, ain't that the slogan, Nathan? Thought I told you to keep your mouth shut. I mean, so what? You know I never listen. Let me guess. We gon' dig a hole, kill a track, and probably put a beat in it. Rap about it for like 3 minutes. Hey, that's pretty deep, isn't it? Wait a minute, you don't really think for a second that you're putting me in this? No, of course not. Just a little deeper, then we'll go inside and we can stop digging. You had me scared for a second. I thought we were digging my grave. We did. What, you don't like being afraid?
It sounds to me like he's talking about his fear there, or his fears talking. Just thinking of Mansion. I haven't watched Why Did You Leave Us? Is that the name of it? But him referring to wishing his mom was there, I feel like that's a connection. Him talking about, you know, you had made it, you know, I've been there and I'm going to stay there till we die. Kind of reminds me of what he said about fear in his song, his track Mansion, and feeling like it'll always be there and afraid to open the door, let it out, and hear this other voice talking to himself, basically almost being like, you know, I'm the reason why you're here and you said it yourself, you know. This is heavy.
It's a dose of your own medicine. What, you don't like how it tastes? My therapist told me don't bury my issues, but I'm gonna be honest, man, I'm feeling great. I think it's only right we go back to where you were created. I wrote a song for Johnny without you, but he ain't gonna like it. Let's see how he takes it. He probably don't even remember us, does he? I wish I was burying.
I'm sorry. That part, double whammy. Such a weird word. That's personal. Just that feeling of constantly fixing yourself. Get that thing off your head. Don't do that. Don't do this. Anyways, but then also, because he does wear his hat a lot, and even in the therapy session video, check that reaction video out, he was often like put it on his hat, then he slides it down, and then he would like have his hoodie on and then put the hoodie down and put the hat back on. And I feel like that's a little bit of his thing, what I've seen so far. Let me know in the comments below if that's true, if what you know about it. But just from a psychological standpoint, sometimes the clothes we wear, or the way that we interact with our clothing, be it a hat, be it a scarf, what I like to do is I like to pull down my sleeves when I'm cold or when I'm looking for comfort. Sometimes that can be something too. Not so much a tick, if you will, but more something we go to even subconsciously. I have someone in my family who would often like curl her hair habitually, or people sometimes pick, right? Or it's doing this, or the hat, right? Sometimes that could even, from a psychological level, be trying to find comfort, trying to find shelter, protection, hide, covering. And for someone like him, and he even said this just a few sentences ago, it's different now, right? There's a bunch of people watching.
Anger, but both of us know I'ma need him for that song. He still lives in the basement. Almost done, should've done this a year ago. I don't know why I waited, you know how I get. I put everything off in my personal life. You hear what I'm saying? That was a joke. Yeah, it's hilarious, ain't it? You'll spend the rest of your life in my backyard or back of my mind. Depends how you see it. Put the shovel away. Time to go back in the house now. You'll be out in a week. Telling me you want your room back. That's funny, but you ain't got nowhere to sleep. I'ma just look out the window and laugh at you. This is crazy to me, cause I thought you had me in prison this whole time. But I'm the one holding the keys.
I need my freaking essential oil. Dang it. Oh my gosh. I never know what's going to happen, right? In the sense of what is he going to rap about? What are you guys telling me to react to? Why is this so special and deep, right? Like, people can easily say, oh, you got to check this and that out. It's deep. It's good. You got to listen. But at the end of the day, that was my chair, I promise. At the end of the day, you know, you never know what you're getting into, you know, because what may be deep to you might not be deep to me. What triggers you, as in causes an emotional reaction by you, may not be the case for me, or vice versa. We all hear things differently. But this is my third song in now. Check out my other reaction videos. And I can't. This is so deep. I feel like there's so many things we could go into. It's hard not to get emotional because it's triggering. They did this so well. Not only the way that he raps and with the intensity and the way that it rises, the background music, and by background music I mean the track, the music, the strings, the orchestral arrangement that he is rapping to rises and makes this whole thing just increase in intensity, which was increasing my anxiety and my feelings, which is brilliant, right? Music can really play on our feelings. And so it was very fitting to what he was doing with his rap, with the way he was rapping, but also with his lyrics. But it felt like a dialogue. The first part really sounded like, at first I wasn't sure, and I maybe still be wrong, but let me know in the comments below. At first it felt like it's either fear talking, because there was these references to the mansion, and in the mansion he had told us that fear had crept in and had gotten comfortable, had a room, and you know, he wants to open the door and kick it out, but he doesn't know if that's him or fear talking. And it was this whole build on that mansion, which, you know, it is a metaphor, is a picture for his mind, his soul, right? Being trapped, having all these different rooms, pain, past trauma. And so it felt like, okay, is this fear talking, or is this like an older version of him talking to the current version of him talking to a younger version, because he's talking about the things he's written about in the past and referencing different things, not only from Mansion. It sounded like there was a reference to Stranger. I haven't listened to the song yet, but he said Strangers, and you guys have recommended a song named Strangers. Then there is something that he was saying about, yeah, his mom and wishing she was there, and that kind of makes me think of Why Did You Leave Us, which I think is about his mother. Haven't listened to that yet. Stay tuned for that. But in the lyrics he says, what are you scared of? That's embarrassing. If it wasn't for me, you would have never wrote Therapy. And in Therapy, which I did react to, he's talking about that struggle, right, with what people are saying, the haters out there, how he is able to, how he's hearing from his fans, how he's changing their life, and then even talking about how writing these things, even though some parents call him too aggressive, or, you know, people are ridiculing and saying ugly things, it's therapeutic for himself too. And it feels like this picture, even the video clip of self-injury and self-harm and suffering children and abusive parents, a dad beating the mother and just suffering, this little girl kneeling behind the couch hurting, is very much, I think, relatable to a lot of the people that listen to him, but also pieces of his own story. So, you know, therapy for others, therapy for him. So here it's saying, without me, you would have never wrote Therapy. So maybe, is that fear talking? I've been here for you, but how come you've never been there for me? It's a little bit twisted, but I miss when you and I had scary dreams. I don't really want to talk about it. Well, that's too bad now, Nate. Shut up. Okay, so they're like having this back and forth. Now, where were we? Well, back in the day when you and I had it all mapped out in the basement, crying in your room like a baby, I wish Mom was here. We all do so we wouldn't have to hear about it every single record. Dang. Oh, man, just the way that this other voice, Nate, the other Nate, is talking to him, which I think really is fear talking, is so relatable. I don't know about you, man. Let me know in the comments below if you are comfortable opening up a bit about it. But just that struggle of these voices inside, these thoughts that tell us we're not good enough, or that say, oh, you would have not been here without me, or you couldn't do it anyways, or who do you think you are? These lies that attack us based on what we've been through, past voices of abusers in our life, or things we've been told that were lies. man, I hope that today you're able to recognize the things that are truth and the things that are lies and listen to the truth. Because that type of voice is not from God. That type of voice is not the voice of love and of kindness and of compassion. And then it talks about, let's pack our bags and go to Gladwin now. Yeah, it's time for the third record, and you know I got the content. I don't want to make you nervous, but it ain't like it used to be. We got a lot of people watching. So, it also kind of makes me think of therapy sessions, that pressure of people watching and yeah, having to deliver. That's not easy. The more this platform's growing, I have to often remind myself, don't compare, stay on your own race, be yourself. Y'all have been so awesome to remind me of that too. And not looking at left and right at what other people are doing. Of course, I can pull inspiration and learn like skill set wise, but when it comes to being who I am, I got to be myself. And so it's really work sometimes to not listen to those voices and to really, refocus. Therapy session was beautiful, Nate, but I'm wondering what's coming next. Get that stupid hat off your head when I'm talking to you. You hear what I said? Oh, I feel like that sounds like something that his dad might have said to him. His dad was abusive, right? Or was it his? No. I'm sorry. He had to live with his dad, and it was his mother's boyfriend that abused him. Tell me what you know. But it just sounds like an abusive parent saying exactly that. Get that stupid hat off your head. That fear, that alter ego, that fear, those voices based on the trauma we've been through that bombard us. I don't know what it is for you. Maybe it's self-esteem issues or beauty, and you look in the mirror and you hear that voice going, you ugly, you hideous, or you think you're cute. Or for anybody, male or female, things like, who do you think you are? Oh, they can see through your facade. Or, oh, you're not good enough. You're not loved. Lies. I wish I could just like stamp it all over the place. Lies from the pit of hell. You are loved. You are beautiful. Yes, you are beautiful. I want you to start saying that in the mirror when you look in the mirror. Yes, I am beautiful. And that voice pops in your head. Who do you think you are? You say, I was created by the Most High. I'm a child of God. Oh, you think you're pretty? Yes, I am. Oh, you think you're special? Yes, I am. Start speaking truth to yourself in the mirror every day if you have to. Oh my gosh, it makes me so mad. These voices but the problem is hurt people. So unfortunately, a lot of times that cycle continues, and no excuse for parents who are abusive, but the trauma they've been through and the crap they've been through, if they don't do the hard work, go to therapy, work on themselves, they pass that along. And then the damage just keeps getting repeated. It's tragic. It's horrible. I put us on the dope stage. You must have no brain. What's the point of having guns if you can't aim? What's the point of having blood with no veins? What's the point of having love with no pain? Very, very cool play on words, but I think there's more here. I just don't know yet because I don't know him that well. What I'm saying is me without you doesn't make any sense. I know I'm intense and controlling. Yeah, but you need to learn how to cope with it. That's just the way it is. If you didn't want me in your house, you shouldn't have not let me move in. You say you want to own your life, then wake up and take your own advice. You just mad because you know I'm right. I'm flattered you put me in mansion, but you should have told him right. Hold your hands on the coldest nights. You didn't tell him about the times you and I used to hold the mic. It's just a lot of deep stuff, man. And then just the fear keeps going, right? I know you're mad. We got a record to drop, so why are you acting like I'm not a part of it? I feel like it's fear constantly trying to come back, being like, hey, you need me. Hey, you need me. And then I feel like there was a switch, not only in the way that he rapped, the intensity, the anger, but you could just hear it sounded like the other one. And the other one, I mean, as in Nate responding to fear, to these lies, saying, nah, shut up. I don't want to hear another sentence. Hey, I'm NF. Is it me or the fear talking? Ha, what a dumb question. That might be fear again, I feel like, making fun of him saying that in Mansion. Yeah, it's real music till the day we die, right? Yeah, ain't that the slogan, Nathan? Yeah, interesting. So I think fear again, that I told you to keep your mouth shut. I mean, so what? You know I never listen. Yeah, so this is this back and forth, like, shut up, I won't listen. Oh, that stupid hat. No, I'm not going to keep listening. Let me guess, we're going to dig a hole, kill the track, and probably put a beat in it. Rap about it for like 3 minutes. Ay, that's deep, isn't it? Shoo, man, he lets us in on deep, deep, deep stuff in his brain. They're digging a hole, which sounds like they're about to dig a grave. And one of them saying, is it fear talking? Saying, you're not going to put me in this? You had me scared for a second. I thought we were digging my grave. We did what? You don't like being afraid? Oh, snap. Yeah. He was trying to dig the grave for fear. And fear goes, oh, snap. I thought you were about to bury me. And Nate is like, and F is like, we did. What? You don't like being afraid? Almost like I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a dose of your own medicine. That's what he says. What, you don't like how it tastes? My therapy told me don't bury my issues, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm feeling great. Nice. So there's this reference to getting therapy, getting help. Yeah. And then also a switch in mindset. I'm feeling great. I think it's only right we go back to where you were created. I wrote a song for Johnny, Without You. Who's Johnny? Help me. Who's Johnny? His brother? Family? His stepdad, his dad, who is that? Without You. So he wrote a song without fear, I guess, but he ain't gonna like it. See, so I guess he wrote a song and was bold about it. So fear wasn't involved, but Johnny, the person he wrote the song about or for whom he wrote it, is not gonna like it. Let's see how he takes it. He probably don't even remember us, does he? I wish I was burying anger. But both of us know I'm gonna need him for that song. Oh, snap. So he's not only saying, nah, man, I wrote that song without fear. I wish I could bury my anger, but I need that for this other song. He still lives in the basement. Oh, snap. So anger lives in the basement and fear is gonna have to be out in the backyard. Should have done this a year ago. Don't know why I waited. You know, put everything off in my personal life. You hear what I'm saying? That was a joke. Yeah, it's hilarious, ain't it? Is that a little sarcasm there? Or is there a reference to him actually putting things off in his personal life? You'll spend the rest of your life in my backyard or back of my mind. Depends on how you see it. Ah, yeah. Because the backyard of his mansion is his mind. Exactly. And that's what one of y'all commented. Mansion, mind. Which makes sense, right? I mean, I knew it wasn't a literal mansion. But it makes sense that it's a reference to his mind, his soul, his being, and these different rooms. So the backyard being the back of his mind. Put the shovel away. Time to go back in the house now. You'll be out in a week. You'll be out in a week. Oh, as in like I'm gonna kick you out of the house? Telling me you want your room back. That's funny. When you ain't got nowhere to sleep. I'm gonna just look out the window and laugh at you. This is crazy to me. Because I thought you had me in prison this whole time. That was so freaking awesome. Thought fear had him caught and imprisoned this whole time. But I'm the one holding the keys. Shoo, therapy's been working for this man. This is freaking awesome, dude. Oh my gosh. Psychologically beautiful. Emotionally intense. Personally triggering, but in a good way. When I say triggers, I'm talking about it brings stuff up in me. And there's a catharsis, like a need to cry, to weep, to grieve. But it's good. It's good. It's, sometimes there's things that come up where I'm like, I haven't thought about this for a while, or, sometimes I've even ridiculed myself and been like, why am I still hurting about this, right? It's been so many years. This is ridiculous. Same thing, those voices that go, why does this still bother you? But grief is not linear. And grief, though there should be some type of growth, right? If the person, after 10 years of losing someone, grieves to the same degree that they did the first day, something's not right. There should be some type of a healing process. That's why there's stages of grief. Eventually, hopefully reaching acceptance. But it doesn't go linear, right? And it comes back in waves. And there's just a lot of healing and hard work necessary. But what is so impressive, because it is hard to be vulnerable, you guys. What is so impressive is that NF keeps putting his heart out there at the risk of being ridiculed, threatened with his life. Sometimes I still don't understand, like, how can that be a real thing? How can there actually be people out there that think these type of things, that post these type of things? What is wrong with people? There's such cowardice. It's so easy to type things. It's like most of them would never say that in somebody's face, which he also touches on in his song, Therapy Sessions. But that aside, we live in a sick world. There's some sick people around, but we also live in a world full of goodness because God is good and he's made some awesome people with amazing talent, such as NF. Dude, he reminds me of my brothers, man. He's my brother. Yeah, man. I'm so proud of him. This is incredible. Thank you so much, you guys, for encouraging me to watch more of his stuff. I'm excited to be on this journey. I'm not done. I ain't done. I gotta check out Andy Minio's new stuff. Y'all know Andy Minio? Let me know in the comments below. That rhymed. Let me know in the comments below. I stole that melody. Anyways, I forgot my thought. Boop, ba-da-boop, ba-da-boop. I'm so happy you guys were here, guys. As always, like, share, subscribe, click the bell so you can be up to date on what I'm doing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience when the audio is not always perfect. I'm working on refining my skill. Let's keep this channel growing. I'm going to invest in new equipment. But I'm happy that you're here. I want you to know that you really are loved and you matter. This was Rosalie Reacts. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below, and I will see you next time. Ayo!